If you get frustrated with yourself for constantly feeling anxious or angry or sad, and whenever the feelings come up, you just get annoyed because you're like, oh, why am I always feeling like this? And like, you just want the feeling to go away. It's probably because you were never taught how to safely feel your feelings, and you were always taught that it's bad to be emotional, bad to have these feelings come up, when actually, in reality, it's so human and so normal. And teaching yourself that you're allowed to have these feelings will be a huge unlock in allowing yourself to accept yourself and see yourself fully. A lot of times we have these negative emotions. A lot of us have been taught from childhood that you shouldn't be emotional, that you shouldn't feel these negative things because they're not good, and you should be more happy, and you should always feel more uplifted or grateful because things could be a lot worse. And the reality is that it's so human to feel these negative emotions sometimes. Literally everyone has negative emotions come up, but it's just a matter of how you're able to process them. And many of us carry shame around these negative emotions, such as anger or embarrassment or fear or insecurity, because from a young age, we may have been taught that you're not supposed to feel these things and that it's bad to feel these things. But in reality, everybody is feeling the full spectrum of emotions at some point in time. And your suppression and your shame behind these emotions are holding you back more, because whenever you feel bad that you're having these normal emotions, you're pushing them away and pushing them down and preventing yourself from actually feeling them, because then you're suppressing them to the extent that they're just building up and accumulating. And each time that you're triggered by a new circumstance that comes up, you have this accumulation of emotions that have never been felt, and they just want to be acknowledged and seen. And really feeling and allowing yourself to see those emotions is what actually will allow them to pass. So ironically, the fact that you're pushing them down is actually going to amplify them in the future. And a lot of times our bodies are screaming for attention. Like, your chest might feel really, really tight, or you might feel a knot in your stomach, or your head is buzzing, or your throat feels just so tight. Whatever it is, your body is asking for these feelings to be felt, but we are not used to allowing ourselves to acknowledge that. So instead, when these uncomfortable emotions come up, we just push them away and get mad at ourselves and are like, oh, why are you feeling this again? But in reality, your body is just like, please acknowledge me, please see me. So the next time you have that uncomfortable feeling come up, don't hold judgment for yourself. Instead, notice and acknowledge that when you see your feelings, when you acknowledge where in your body you feel them, you put your hand there and you say, hey, it's okay for you to feel this. It's so normal for you to feel this. You're allowed to feel this. And allow yourself to bring your attention there. Imagine yourself sending your breath there, creating a little more space, removing any of that judgment, because it's so human and normal to feel these things. It's just that we've taught ourselves that it's bad to feel certain things and it's only good to feel these other spectrum of emotions, when everything is just human to feel. And your ability to feel is really beautiful, and your body is just asking for a little bit of attention. It just wants to be seen. And when you give it yourself that attention and allow yourself permission to feel the uncomfortable emotions, you see yourself more fully, and you're no longer holding shame for these parts of yourselves that you're allowed to be and you're allowed to feel. You don't have to only be uplifted and bright and grateful all the time. You're allowed to feel sad or angry or upset. And it's so normal. And once you give yourself permission to show up in every sense, you allow yourself to see yourself and know yourself more deeply and more fully. And that brings you back home to yourself too.